I'm Courtney Labree. Welcome back to my channel. If you're already subscribed, welcome back to another video. And if you're new here, girl, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so there has been a trend floating around TikTok, and I'm actually not on TikTok, but this trend has kind of made its way over into YouTube. And the trend is called becoming that girl, or just that girl. Now, I've watched a few videos, some highlighting this trend in a good light, and then I've also watched some videos that kind of go into the toxic side of this trend. The girls that are making these videos, they do appear to look pretty young, and then also too, I feel like they highlight some of the routines and things that you probably are already doing if you're in the 30 and up club. So that kind of sparked the idea of what would becoming that girl look like if you were in your 30s. So let's get right into it. Typically, the girls that create these type of videos, they show themselves waking up really early, making their bed, making breakfast. By the time you hit 30 and up, you probably already have mastered that. And if you haven't, girl, I'm not judging, but I'm just saying we need to get it together just a little bit. Some of you ladies are moms, so we're waking up kids, getting them ready for school. Some of you all have families that you have to get together. Once your morning routine expands beyond yourself, it really does feel like kind of a balancing act. If I'm looking for that girl in her 30s to perfect her morning routine, the first thing would be to wake up earlier. Now, you know if you're an early riser or not. I will say I have fallen victim to hitting the snooze a lot, and I'm even guilty of waking up at 7, which usually I had a routine of when I was waking up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, when you are waking up that early, you have to sacrifice something, right? It's either one, you're sacrificing sleep, or two, you're probably sacrificing some work because you're going to bed early. But I do feel like if you are having troubles and you feel a little bit discombobulated in the morning, it's probably a sign that you need to wake up a little bit earlier. So if you can, challenge yourself to wake up 30 minutes, an hour early. I personally like to do the increments of 30. That just helps me out a little bit more. It makes me feel like I'm not forcing myself to do something that I don't want to do. The next that you can do to help with your morning routine is identify the time savers. So what can you do the night before to help you save on time in the morning? That could be making breakfast the night before and just having it to where, you can just grab it out the fridge, your family can grab it out the fridge and go. Another time saver, believe it or not, is sticking to the same routine. Now, this can sound a little tedious, and if you're a person that doesn't like doing the same things over and over, this might not be for you, but this has helped me a lot. When you have the same routine, it requires less brain power, and so you're able to quickly move through things. So perfect example, I usually eat the same thing for breakfast every morning. It's just me, it's something that I can do. I have some friends that are just like, oh my gosh, I cannot eat the same thing every single morning, but it just works for me. The last thing I want to add for your morning routine when you're becoming that girl in your 30s is take your time. I hate rushing. I do not like rushing at all. So it's very important that when I identify that one, I need to wake up earlier, or I'm feeling like I don't have enough time, then I'm automatically motivated to want to adjust my schedule because I like to flow in my morning. It's nothing like having a nice flow to your morning that just really sets the tone for your day. Next is working out and eating clean. Now, I feel like a good portion of the videos that disagreed with this trend, they felt like this portion was very much toxic. Too much of anything is not good for you. So of course you don't want to be, overextending yourself working out. I feel like the ladies that follow me, we all have a pretty good judgment, and we are able to, have a nice, balanced, healthy meal, and then also to pairing it with working out consistently. And consistently can look different for everyone, just like this trend can look different for everyone. I try to work out for at least 30 minutes. I feel like 30 minutes really does get the job done, especially depending on the workout that I'm doing. Working out does, release serotonin, it releases endorphins that truly do boost your mood, it boosts your energy, and along with that, it boosts your confidence level. I don't think I need to go into great detail around why working out and eating healthy is good for you, but I do see a difference when I apply, working out 3 days out of the week. So the next thing that I'm gonna get into, I didn't see anyone highlight this in the videos, but I do feel like it is important, especially if you're planning on becoming that girl in your 30s, and that is financial wellness. Where are you from the finance standpoint? At this age, a lot of us have our careers established. We have businesses built. I think it is really important to take a look at what you have going on from the finance standpoint. Now, of course, I'm gonna say if you haven't already, I think becoming that girl, she has a budget. Her budget is Poppington, okay? Also too, I think becoming that girl in her 20s, she worked very hard for her money. In her 30s, she's transitioning towards her money working for her. So what could that look like? That could look like investing. That could look like having real estate. I think in your 20s, that's a great time to make a lot of your, financial mistakes, have some good lessons learned, hopefully not too many, but just lessons learned so you know what not to do in your 30s. This trend of becoming that girl is really all about just being a well-rounded person. And I feel like sometimes we forget that finance is actually really, really important. And it does kind of complete that circle of being well-rounded. If our finances are not in order, it can feel stressful. It can be a headache. I feel like if you take advantage of your 20s, you make those mistakes. Hopefully you don't make too many mistakes, but you get those mistakes out of the way. So that way, once you hit your 30s, you're able to take all of your lessons learned and really focus on building your wealth and building passive income so where you don't have to work as hard for your money. Next, we're gonna get into finding some hobbies. I'm sure you guys can tell by now that becoming that girl in your 30s requires a whole lot of discipline, and discipline for the most part is not that fun. I think that is really important to try to have some balance. Throw some activities in there that you wanted to always try. There are so many things and so many activities that we can get into, so make sure you take advantage of it. Try taking up a dance class, try learning a new language. Heck, even put on a YouTube video and try, cooking up a nice gourmet meal. There's so many things. I feel like it's very, very important, especially when you're operating at such a high level of, being disciplined and trying to follow a routine. It is very important that you take a step back and have some fun along in there. So becoming that girl could look different for everybody, and that is totally fine. And I feel like that's honestly the beauty in this trend. But I thought it would just be fun to give you guys my idea and thoughts on what becoming that girl would look like if you're just a lady like me in her 30s. So leave your thoughts down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.